Hey, nice,
Oh,
nice. You got some nice shirts there, boys. It's like we planned it or something.
I know. I had my jacket on. And there, these guys have got them both on. I was just like, oh, I'm unzipping this bad boy.
So thanks to Robbie for putting together the shirts. Flipper was showing it off pretty well, so I'll get him up with his flexing the guns there as well. Bit of a gun show while we're at it. So thanks to Robbie for putting together the Wide World of Reselling shirts. We were supposed to be over on Look Mom Hustling's channel tonight, but Drew had to pull the pin last minute. So we've come back for round 2 on this channel. So thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate the last minute change and everyone following us around. So we'll say good day to everyone. We've got Captain Op Shop Nerd here. Who's going to go? That might be Rob's this one here, I reckon.
Rock Rooters.
We don't have our shout out guy here with us, so might struggle a little bit. We've got Jazz here. She's asking, what did the pirate say on his 80th birthday?
I want to know the answer.
I don't know what the answer is either.
I actually really, really want to know the answer to this.
I don't know if I missed it because I can't see it in the chat.
I'm having a look.
I missed it. Damn it. I want to know what it was now. We've got Staying in Your Own Lane as well. Hey, guys. Hope everyone is going well. Hope everyone is doing well. We've got Rob popping in. Cara as well. Op to Thrift. Benny. David, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, the chat just did that thing where it jumps all over the shop. Jesse Lee. When you're driving and it just like, you're going fine. Like, boom, you're like, what?
It drives me insane.
Scott, g'day Scott, good to see you. Tamara, Samantha, Bex here as well. Adam, as an American in Australia. Can you say that 3 times fast, Robbie? I reckon you struggle with that.
Adam is an American in Australia. Adam is an American in Australia. Adam is an American in Australia.
You did it right. Did better than I would have, I think. We've got Herb. Good to see you, Herb. Thanks for being here. Zahir, good to see you, Zahir. Caught up with his live show the other morning. They always go, their lives are like 4 o'clock in the morning for us, so we always miss them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get to watch it when I'm on night shift. It's handy. It gives me something to follow.
Gets you through.
I used to enjoy that on nights.
We've got Raucous Reg in as well. Thank you very much. Jazz is dropping link for Look Mom Hustling, who is with us in spirit. Oz Riley, Steph Thompson, Miss Resellers. We've got a bunch of people in. Thanks everyone for coming over. I wasn't sure how we would go with a last minute switch like this. So good that everyone's showing up. Dave's here as well. Dave's here, but he's not here. It's I'm 80. I'm 80. There you go. Shit. That's a good one. She must have been sitting on that one for a while, I reckon.
Going to say it.
Good to see you. I think we've caught up with everyone. Gary's here as well. Oh, there's more coming in. Modern Vintage Vogue Shopper. I haven't seen that one around. So thank you for joining the boys on a Sunday. We kind of talk a lot of crap on Sundays, wrap up the week, have a bit of a laugh. Nothing too serious for Sundays, but boys, we're missing one of the sausages tonight. So we're going to have to all try and hold up the ship for Drew, who's not with us. He should be back next week, we hope. But we'll try and keep the chat going. So what's the week been like, boys? How's your week been, Flipper?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I unfortunately yesterday had to get the lollipop stick up the nose again. Another COVID test.
Again?
Yeah, second one. They don't get any easier. Well, they actually do. They only go up one nostril now, but they don't go as far. But they stick it in longer and twist about 3 or 4 times. So once you hit the 4th turn, you're about ready to sneeze. So that was no good. But on the eBay front, not too bad. Very, very inconsistent, and I do have a theory about that. I do have a theory, an algorithm-style theory. And it's one that I have heard before, but I copped this week or last week. My dog shit last week was a bit, dog shit that licked the grass and then went back up was a return request. I actually ended up with 2 return requests, and I had them sitting there. And basically, in that time I had those 2 requests sitting there, my sales died in the ass the whole time. Monday, Tuesday for me was down more than 50%. It was shit. Wow. It was terrible days. I'd been listing, nothing had changed. I didn't know what was going on. Then a pair of jeans that were returned came back. I refunded the money, and then I made 3 sales basically straight after it. It was really weird. So anyway, these other pair haven't turned up yet, but that was the dog shit on the grass one. And I know she sent it back. I sent her the label. I've got the tracking. At the end of the day, thought might try something else here because the sales were still sort of slugging along. Refunded her the money and closed the case, and bang, sales picked up, and they're flying out the door again. So I think if they're sort of sitting there, those return requests, maybe that does stop a bit of traffic. There's eBay maybe sees an issue with your account and they stop the flow. I don't know. Maybe it was coincidental, but that's what happened to me at the start of the week. So have you boys had anything like that before?
Yeah, I haven't seen it so much now, like recently for us, but definitely like when our store wasn't so big, I noticed a bit of like when we got a return that stuff would sort of, it felt like things were slowing down. So I don't know if it's one of those things that your old mate Alan Gorrhythm would sort of get on top of. I think, mate, you might be right. Like when you're sort of still growing the store and they haven't seen you like handle a lot of returns, they might sort of put you on the back burner a little bit. But then once you sort of like grow and they see that you deal with the returns on a consistent basis and it kind of like you haven't had any problems, then I don't think it affects you as much. But I've definitely seen it before and I've heard it before. What about you, Robbie?
No, I don't usually. I'm going to touch wood. I haven't got too many returns requests, and usually when I get a return request, I've paid 50 cents to $1 for it for those things. So I usually just say, don't even fucking send it back, and I give them a full refund. For my dog shit later on, I do have a return that I had this week that I did the same thing, and I just cheekily enough offered half the price, and they took it, so I didn't have to fuck around with that stuff. So everything went okay, even though he scammed me. But no, I haven't really seen that happen. It's funny you bring it up. I've never really thought about it.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard a few people talk about it, and it's so hard to tell with eBay. Like, there's so many little things that can potentially like stop sales or slow you down, or it could just be a slow day. So I don't know, but you've convinced me, Flipper, without that report. So
it was just odd. It was and like you said, well, my store still grows too. Like I'm still not in the numbers you're in. I'm just about to click over 950 listed. So, and I've been I've still been consistent with listing and all that sort of stuff, but I haven't tackled a lot of return requests. I haven't had too many at all, to be honest. So, 2 in 1 week after not having one for a long time. Don't know. My mate Al may not have liked it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a leaf from your book this week, Flipper. This week I'm going to focus on, because you said you only got I thought you had way more than 900 listed. I've got 1,200 things listed, and a lot of those things was when not a lot of those things, but there's at least about 400 to 500 items when I first started. I need to next week. I'm doing the Flipper way of 5 to 10 items a night of not just that's. I still do my 10 items a night of listing, but of fixing up. So you fix up a lot, don't you, Brad?
Well, we went through.
You go back and look through.
Yeah, we went through a phase of trying to fix them, but we still got so many that we need to fix from those early days. And I think, like Flipper said, it definitely gives them a boost. You can fix stuff up and change around.
They might not even need. There's nothing wrong with like a lot of the photos, and there's nothing wrong with a lot of the way I've put it. But like you've mentioned, it could be I got them in the wrong category when I first started, and I've got totally wrong things. And there's some great things as well that I'm like, why isn't it going? And like, yeah, so I'm going to try that next week, and then next Sunday I'm going to give you an update on that one.
We'll tune in with some keen ears for that.
Yeah.
Gary's asking about the defect rates, and if you get too many of them, if you can get charged more fees. I have heard of that. I haven't seen it happen to anybody. So I think if you get like you're not performing well and you're sort of slipping in your returns and all that sort of stuff and not posting on time, you can pay extra fees. Like there is a clause to make you do that. But I've never actually seen anyone have to deal with it. So hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody. I did see Mossy drop in as well, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. How was your week, Rob? After everything,
my week was all right. It was one of those weeks again where it was like one day would be great, and the next day would be just very average, and then the next day would be like smashed again. I did talk to you, Brad. I talked to you before we did the football live, and I said, I remember how happy I was on that Wednesday. I said, holy shit, I had like 12 sales on a Wednesday. And I'm like, usually I have 3 sales on a Wednesday, 2 on a Tuesday and 4 on a Monday, something like that. And really slow Monday to Wednesday is always slow. But Wednesday was just bang, like, and Tuesday afternoon. So that was good. The weekend was just my normal. But we've just all right. So Kelly said this. I did message you and say this room was just in an absolute mess. As you can see, all the tubs aren't behind me anymore, all stacked all the way up the top. She's taken them all out. She's putting them all in a new. She's putting them all in a new spot somewhere else. She said it was too cluttered in here. It was too dark. It was too dungeony. She took my umbrella from my sunroof away from me. She opened the windows, so now I've got fresh air in here. I don't get to smell the old my smell anymore.
Where's the troll sleeping now, mate? Where's the troll going to sleep?
Oh, he's in the shed. He's underneath the bar. He's underneath the bar still, so he's going to stay outside. But we went through a lot of stuff and moved some shelves around, and she's going to reorganize still a lot of stuff during the week. So when we try and find stuff, that's going to be fun. But it was just funny. As soon as she made more space in here and tidied some things up and all that and made it more accessible and all that, which still not finished, nowhere near finished, because as you see, there's an empty cupboard there that we just put in as well. So we got heaps of shit everywhere. But yeah, straight away, bang, 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 sold 2 big massive box sets, sold a whole heap of DVDs, sold a whole. All this afternoon we've had like 10 sales, and we finished doing in here at like 3:30. So we've had those sales since then till now. So it's weird. That's just really weird. And now I've got her saying, "Told you so, told you so." It's
that's the old touch your stock and it sells mentality. That one.
I think yeah. She was saying, yeah. Oh, there's no feng shui in this room, and there's no. I don't know. I don't understand. There's no. You can't have that part blocked off, and this is stopping from money coming in and all that, and little things that she's done. Look at all those. I don't know if this is superstitious or stupidstitious.
I think when you clear stuff out, it gives you a bit clearer mindset as well. Like Jazz has been trying to clear out the back room and make some room there, just because we've had so much stock coming in. There's crap everywhere. Trying to clear out the like spare room to get a mum in the next few weeks. So yeah, definitely, like, even if it doesn't translate to sales, it can sort of clear your mind a little bit, I think, and give you a little bit more sort of space to actually do what you need to do. So
yeah, it's because we'll also that cupboard, we couldn't get to the cupboard, and the cupboard was just full of just all my old shit that I just refuse to throw away, and a bit of a hoarder. And she was making me throw stuff away and donate or sell if I don't want to keep it. And because we want to hang clothes up in there now instead of having them all in the tubs. And it was awesome because we found, hold on, check this out. stuff that I totally forgot that I had from 1998, an NWO block mount. This is from 1998. I forgot I had that, so that's going up on the wall. And then I found, which I totally forgot I had, a whole heap, an absolute whole heap with the COAs in them as well. A whole heap of wrestling signed 8x10s. So that's signed by Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair when they had their first match, and that's got the COA on it and all that as well. So a whole heap of them as well, which I totally forgot. Some Hulk Hogan signed ones as well, which I forgot I had, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot I had Hulk Hogan Randy Orton flipper. It's when they had a match, Hulk Hogan Randy Orton signed one. Fucking so good, nuts. So
I want to get like a big skip bin and just do like a massive haul out, because I've just got so many like empty boxes and now like banana boxes and stuff, and it's going to take me years to fit them in the bin. Like I need a gigantic.
You need a fire pit, mate. You need a fire pit.
Yeah, well, I think
I have a fire pit out the back, and quite often when I'm scratching around out there, I'm down in Ballarat, so it's cold all the time, but I've got that just cranking away. I don't mind the other little fire going. So you need yourself a little
a good fire
washing machine barrel, 3 legs welded onto it. Yeah, beauty.
I used to love that. I used to throw everything I could in. Anything. Everything and anything. I love that shit.
Modern vintage Vogue. Can you guys help us in Melbourne with inventory? Well, we are still in lockdown for 3 more weeks, getting op shop withdrawals. I think
we can help you. We can help you. Do a house thrift. Thrift.
There you go.
And we all did this. The first, and even though we all weren't locked down, but the thrift stores were closed to begin with. And the first wave came, and they closed all the stores. We all did house thrifts and all that, and see what junk. And look what type of stuff I just found in the cupboard. So go around. Yeah. What DVDs don't you want? What don't you want? If you haven't used it in 10 years and it's in the cupboard, why are you keeping it? So
then there's like online auctions that deliver, and wholesalers if you can sort of find them. There is options around. It is harder, and obviously Flipper's kind of been on the edge of that as well for the last in and out for the last couple of months really. So there's a lot of people in that same situation, which is always going to be difficult. So yeah, I hope things go well for you.
Yeah,
it is tough in the city. Like just talking to like Matty, he's stuck in there. A few of those guys, like where I am is not so bad. Most of our op shops are actually still open. There's a few that have shut here, but we're still stage 3, and it's like this time around they've just gone, fuck it, we're staying open. They can't be bothered with the bullshit. So still there. I haven't been really going. The other day I dropped into one just because I had to go to the chemist next door. So I'm like, the Vinny's there, I'm going in it, aren't I? So it's simple as that. But yeah, so it's not so bad for us. But yeah, I'm feeling for those guys in the city that were low on inventory. It's just pretty hard. But advertise on social media. Look at your different auction sites. Look on eBay. You can find wholesale lots on eBay occasionally. Different auctions. Like, it's just endless things. But Brad and Joe's done an awesome video, or was it a live stream last time on how to be productive? Maybe if you do have a little bit to list and you do have your house thrift to do, get sorted, because you got 3 weeks to go. If you can space out those days and pull stock that's not listed properly, like Rob mentioned before, fix it up, hit sell similar. That's sort of helping with your algorithms and all that crap. And just try and get sorted, stock take, all that sort of stuff. So,
but make that as a challenge for yourself. Put it on the board and say, I'm doing those 5 fix-ups a day. I'm doing at least 10 to 15, maybe 20 listings a day, and I'm going to do an hour of looking around the house to see what we've got through cupboards and cleaning up different drawers and all that shit, and you might find totally cool stuff that you forgot you had that you don't want.
I think it's the perfect time to be doing that sort of stuff. That's kind of how we went into the original sort of one, looking at like what stock's unlisted, what stuff's just sitting there doing nothing, and we were listing stuff that we wouldn't even bother touching now. But the fact is that that's what we had at the time, and that's what we had to do. So, I think there's definitely ways around it. It's just very difficult, I think. yeah, Samsung TV has been doing a lot of stuff. Dropping a clip on best ways to find items worth a watch. Definitely, sure. I actually found unlisted stock through stock take. Yeah, definitely like stuff that you've like sold and someone's cancelled and somehow it doesn't get back up and it's just sat in a tub for God knows how long. And good stuff too, like, you know, G-Star jeans and nudie jeans and stuff that, you know you're going to sell. It's just a matter of getting up again. So, yeah. Our week's been okay. We had sort of 2 or 3 really, really busy days. Yesterday, we had a day of yesterday or Friday, I can't remember. One of them was like, we sold a heap of stuff, but it was all like $20 to $30, which we weren't getting into those sort of $40 to $50, $60 sales. So we sold a heap of gear, but our total for the day was lower than normal. So yeah, it's definitely up and down.
Just looking at your Super Nintendo in the background there.
Which one?
To your other side. Yeah, man. Like a Super Nintendo. No, in the box there, isn't there a Super Nintendo? Yeah.
Yeah, that's listed. That's a double. The box is a bit scrappy on this one, but
nice. Man, it just brings back. Doesn't matter about like someone's buying that, and then you get to. They didn't put many games on the back. Usually, remember the old when they. Oh, they got it on the side there. I see. Yeah. Where they preview the games and then you buy the box and buy when you first buy it and you're like, oh, I want that game.
Yeah, we've been cranking through those lately, like because we're starting to list that stuff now to try and clear out that room. So
that's a question for you. What would your video console ratio be this week or the last fortnight because of the lockdown?
Well, I had a quick look the other day and I think we'd sold like 6 or 7 box consoles and like, I don't know, 8 or 9 actual loose consoles. So I don't know how many sales we would have done in a week, maybe
so good
20 a day. So yeah, probably like maybe 20% of our sales was game stuff, 20 to 30%.
Do people ever ask you, I only thought of it because I'd probably ask if you sell or if you also sell the plugs so you can plug it into a modern day TV.
I haven't had too many people asking for HDMI mods. I think most people want them to
play.
Well, not that, but you can still plug the RF cables into anything that's got a antenna cable. You just have to do a scan to make it work. And then if you've got the 3 red, white, blue, they work on most modern TVs. But some people want the HDMI mods, which
all the new TVs, all the new 4K TVs don't have the red, white, and yellow plugs. Yeah,
I haven't had anyone ask me about it. So maybe they're looking into that themselves if they want to do it. But yeah, so that's been going well, which is nice. Speaking of boys, I did sort of give you a little bit of warning before we started, but we'll get into sale of the week. Favorite sale of the week doesn't have to be the most expensive, doesn't have to be the most flashy. But what's your favorite sale of the week, boys? I know that we always sort of sneak this one in, and it always creates a trouble as we sort of search through the phone. I screenshotted mine before because I kind of knew that we would be doing it. So I'll get into mine if you boys are still looking.
I'm good because it just sold.
GameCube. Yeah, GameCube box for $2.99. That was a nice little flip. And that sold really fast, so pretty happy with that one.
There's a question. Why do GameCubes go so well and so expensive?
I don't know. People love them, eh? What do you got, Flipper?
I'm going to pick this one because it's look how many times I've actually sold it. It just kept getting fucking no payments and all that. This is the one I'm bringing it up because that's the one Rob saved me on that for some reason ended up as an auction. It's you can't really see it. I probably should hide buyer's details. It's the Monster in My Pocket toys. I paid $5 for the bag of them. There they are there. So it cost me $5 for the bag of them, and so I was just going to run an auction because it was kind of random and there was no comps. And then for some reason there was a buy it now on there for $30. And Rob messaged me. It popped up on his eBay. He follows my store, and he said, "Fucking get rid of that. It's worth way more than that." Shit, I don't even know how that happened. But anyway, it sold twice to two people not paying.
Oh.
Then at the start of the week, someone from Mexico bought it and tried to do the label, and I just kept coming up with this product ID invalid, and I couldn't work out why it wouldn't work on my laptop. So I went down to AusPost, and I just do it manually down there with them, filled out all the form and all the bullshit that you got to do down there, and then they said, no, you can't. They're not accepting mail to Mexico at the moment. So I'm like, yeah, righto. So I went home, sent him a message. I said, sorry, mate, I've got to cancel the order. This is the third time I've sold it, mind you. Got to cancel the order. I'll refund your money. I can't send parcels to Mexico. And he didn't really write anything. I think he wrote back in Spanish, actually. So I don't think he understood what I said. But I've cancelled the order. Then I sold the item again that night. And I've checked it, and it was the same dude. He's fucking put off me again. So he sent me a message, something about Mexico. I didn't understand it. The Google Translate didn't work too well for me, so I just cancelled it. And what did he do? He bought it again. So he bought it 3 times off me. And I ended up, I blocked him because I don't know if he was taking the piss. He might have been cranky that I kept cancelling. I don't know what was going on, but I cancelled it again, and he was sending me offers. The first one, he sent me an offer, and it was low ball. The ones that didn't pay were low ball offers, all that sort of stuff. And the next 2 times, he's bought it full price, and had to can it. But then, anyway, it finally sold. So by midweek, it actually sold again, and I went for full price. So I got $85 for it, plus post to the United States, and United States could have it. So, yeah, it was an absolute head fuck, that item. But we got there. It's on its way to America.
And do you remember what your original listing was? You had it for start bidding at $20 or buy it now for $30. And that's when I saw it, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I don't know how I think the buy it now was automated, so it was still already there. And I just didn't even look at it because I don't do auctions. It's pretty rare I'll do an auction, but I think that was already automated. I've gone to auction and it's left just how they give you the sample listings of other shit, and they put $30 on. I didn't even notice it. So my boy saved my ass. And then eventually after 5 sales, so 3 to 1 Mexican guy and another 2, but we got it there. So it's on its way to America. So we got $85. I'm pretty happy with that.
That's like 3 dog shits and then a golden nugget at the end of the rainbow. That's crazy. Make sure everyone, if people in the chat want to share their sales of the week, let us know as well. But Rob, what was your sale of the week?
My sale. The reason I've got Flipper's eBay is because there was one time when you got me to look. I was looking at something on yours when you had it, and I wanted to have a look how you done it. But I must have clicked save your store. I get your emails every time you list stuff, and I'm like, I don't always click on what your listings were, but that time I happened to, and then another time I saw you had something spelt wrong, and I was like, "Oh, you spelt that wrong, man." I just sold 5 minutes before this started, 1 in a row, one after another, by different buyers. And I don't need to show them to you because you've seen them on the last videos. That Friends box set that I got with Frankie that I picked up for $12, that just sold for 60 or no 70 and 70, yeah. And the Charmed box set, remember that one that I did 2 weeks ago? That Charmed box set sold for $80. Weird thing was, other people had it listed like $15 under what I had it used as well, but mine sold. Maybe it was because the room got cleaned. And we could see them now.
That's awesome.
But those 2 just sold 5 minutes before we started, and that's why right when I got on here, I quickly go, "Hold on a sec, boys." I was just giving another one to Kelly to wrap up, just because that's just random. It's random.
And you paid like $15 for that Friends set, didn't you? For $15.
It was $12 for the Friends, and for the Charmed one was $15. The Charmed one was $15. But that's just crazy that some of these box sets go. So if you see them for $20 or $15, grab them, because for $80 or $70, why not?
I saw a Family Guy one on the weekend. We went thrifting for the first time, like a proper thrift run, in about a month, I reckon. And the first 3 or 4 shops were rubbish. Like, I think I picked 2 items out of the first 2. Then that one there, I think the 4th one had a Family Guy box set, but they wanted $50. And I looked up comps and I was selling for $55. I was like, well,
nope.
Gary sold an Xbox Guitar Live box bundle for $199. He picks up so many of them. That's awesome. Mine was a 1990 Judge Dredd stamper set. That's pretty cool. Anthony sold around 2.5K of DS games. Holy crap. Many of which were picked up in the 4 for 20 EB game sale. That's awesome. Here's a cool one. I saw Cara pick this up maybe early this week or late last week. I think she paid like less than $15. Cara, let me know what. She said 15 below. Paid $15 and sold that Spell & Gypsy for $280 newer tags. So that's one that us boys probably need to keep an eye out for. Spell & Gypsy. It's a very high-end like women's brand. So write that one down on your pads and paper, and if you're ever in the women's section, keep an eye out.
Feel too scared.
Dave's asking, is Charm still popular? Well, apparently, according to Rob Sales.
Apparently, but I wouldn't buy them singly. I've seen them singly. I've looked up the comps on selling the box sets singly, and they're just not worth it, especially when op shops are selling them for $5 each. I've always put them back and laughed at them, going, fuck that. But this one, I thought, complete set, people would rather an actual box set. So I've been lucky lately, been finding a fair few box sets. So always keep your eye, and they always have them behind the counter.
Yeah, there's some crazy ones out there. Like even the McLeod's Daughters one goes for like a couple $100. And
if
you ever find Blue Healers one, you're sitting on a gold mine, and a few others as well. So,
and keep your eye out for one that I've been trying to find. Do you remember? So you know Wentworth, the show, Australian show Wentworth, that's been really popular. Because that's so popular, that's actually based on cell block something. I don't know what the number is, cell block 82 or something. Anyway, cell block something. And if you see that cell block, whatever number it is, the box set of that, grab that, because you'll get a couple of $100 for that as well, because people want the old they used to call it Prisoner as well. So Prisoner cell block something. So the old Prisoner show. Do you remember that show?
I don't remember it now. It must have been early on.
So it's called Prisoner cell block something. There's a number after cell block, but Prisoner is the original, and Wentworth is nearly everything that's happened. And I remember it from when I was a kid, because that was around the time when Country Practice was on and all that.
Yeah, someone was dropped that one in the chat as well, saying they go for about 150, 180. I just saw Leanne jump in. Good to see you, DBG. Hope everything's well over there on the island. Having a chat with the other day, and she said it was swelling with some pretty big storms. So hope everything's going well. If anyone finds any cool Buffy stuff at the Oppies, let me know. Cara's keen.
I have VHS of that shit, and I don't even know if I've still got it.
We have VHS as well of that, actually. I sold an 18 box set for $84. Cell block H.
Mr. T. Cell block H. Maybe it's cell block H, but it's Prisoner, then cell block something. So maybe cell block H.
Hey Neville, good to see you. It's been a little while since we've seen you around. Flipping Sydney picked up some Blue Healers 1 to 3 for $15. Yes.
Blue Healers goes good, and the bill, but only if you get the whole heap of the bill.
Sold vintage hand stitched quilt for $85 last week. Sold Harry Potter for $7. Holy crap! Well, must have been a first edition, first print, I reckon. Must have been. That's insane.
I don't know how to look that up properly when I'm looking that up.
I know that the first, what's the first book? Jazz would kill me because I don't know it. But the first book, it's got to do with the print run and the print number, and on the front of the front numbers in the front page tell you whether it's a first edition or not. And if you get the right one, and if it's first edition, first print run, it's worth a lot of money. So I've seen 2 people find them in Australia, which is pretty cool. Boxes of single DVDs of Buffy. Everyone's talking about Buffy. There we go. Philosopher's Stone. See, I told you Chaz would kill me.
Make him watch it. Make him watch them all.
I've watched it plenty of times.
Again, no, you want to watch them again?
No, I think I'm fine.
I reckon we got it here. I reckon the missus has got it here. I don't know. It won't be the first one. She's got all that fucking shit here.
Chad has just got $1,000 book sitting in his collection.
No, it's the missus is right into the Harry Potter stuff, but that's the one you're looking for, but not this exact one. This this is a hardcover, but it's not the original print. I don't think. I better have a look.
It's on that front, like the front page. It's got like a set of numbers. I think it's 20 down to 1 or something. And if it's,
Yeah, so I got 44, 43, 42, 41.
Yeah, so it's one of the later.
Yeah.
Very
There's
cool.
all different sorts of it here.
Even the first editions that aren't first print, like if you can get a set of those, some of these go for quite good money if you can get a full set hardcover. So if you see them cheap,
got it there, the full set. I might sell that on her. Hopefully she's not watching.
we'll see in a minute to pop up in the chat and give you a tip. 51 people joining us on a Sunday, so thank you everyone, especially for the late changeover. So that's awesome to see 59 people in the chat. We really appreciate that. Boys, it's probably about that time of the weekend. What do you reckon? It's time for some...
I got a tip. I got a quick tip. When you're looking at DVDs and box sets and all that, just something that can help you out as well to see what's hot at the moment and what's just been released. Anytime you walk past JB Hi-Fi and they've got those free books there, always grab one. They're free. You have a flick through it and then chuck it out because you'll get an idea of stuff that's been re-released on DVD box sets that are out again and what's popular at the moment. And they wouldn't be advertising them if they weren't going to get a whole heap of sales from them. So always get an idea from what's going on and what's been re-released and all that as well, because then you can go, oh, actually I saw an old copy of that and now that's re-released. So I can put that in my tag. This is the original release. So stuff like that. So that was just a little tip. That's a little bit.
I like it. I'd never thought of that. So it's a good little tip from Robbie there. All right. So we snuck a little bit of the dog shit out before Rob got in, but it went back inside. We sucked it up. So we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Dog shit time. So boys, the dog shit's engulfed Rob's head. That's actually a bit of an improvement, I reckon. What do you reckon? Yeah. So dog shit of the week, boys. People in the chat, let us know your dog shit of the week as well. But Jada, how's dog shit for you? Anything on the radar this week?
Nah, like I've already sort of touched on some things that had happened with slow sales early in the week. There's one sale that kept selling and then I had to fucking refund it every time. They were annoying. I've had, once again, some weird people send me messages, but other than, the stick up the nose and the bottom of the eyeball getting tickled yesterday, I'm probably nothing bad anyway.
I think if someone shoved something up my nose, I think I'd be talking about it on dog shit for sure. So, as I
said, it's actually better now. The test isn't as bad as it originally was. They don't go as far. And they only go up one hole. It's just, they just twist a little more. Well, the third or fourth twist, you're a bit over it.
Yeah, no, it's not for me, I don't think. Yeah.
No.
What about you, Robbie?
I had the one dog shit. This dirty dog shit right here. I had one arsehole. I sold some Mighty Ducks figurines, toys. 3 of them. They were in used condition, which it said and all that. We sent them nicely bubble wrapped and boxed and perfect. And he writes, one of them isn't standing and its hand is loose. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, they're standing in the photo. The picture you've just done is of laying down. There's nothing close up on its hand. There's nothing wrong with its hand. I'm like, dude. Opened a request, fucking to send him back. You know what? I just really couldn't be bothered because I was having a fucking shit day at work. So I just I offered him half the price that he paid, not his postage back, but half the price that he paid of the 3 Mighty Ducks, just to basically give him the money back for the one that was not standing properly, but I think it was just a scammer. He took the offer straight away, so I was like, yeah, you little prick. I knew exactly what you were fucking up to. So that was a dog shit. But I'll block the prick now and fuck him. Karma will come to him.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a very similar one actually, and I do need to block them. I haven't done it yet, but so last week we preempted this, and we actually knew that something was going to happen. So I was talking about the camera lady last week who tried to say that she'd paid for something but never paid for it.
Oh,
so,
yes.
She got back to us this week, and she was asking if there was a USB cable, and I was like, well, no, because it's an SD card reader. Like it plugs into your laptop if you've got an SD reader, and if you don't, you need to get one of those adapters. And she's like, oh, well, I didn't know that. Like, you need to stop deceiving. I was like, we never said there was a USB cable in the listing. Like, there's photographs of everything. It says SD card. No, it doesn't say USB cable. And she's like, I want a refund. I want this. I'm not returning it. I'm like, well, if you want a refund, you're going to return it. And she's like, oh, my husband's a lawyer, blah, blah. And I was like, that's fine. Your husband can be a lawyer, but eBay's policy says if you want a refund, you need to return it. And then she's like, oh, I can't return it. I'm in hospital. So at this point, I was like, yeah, this person is just a scammer. I was like, look, if you want to return it, you're more than welcome to return it. Once it's returned, we'll refund you. And then a couple of days later, she's like, it's in eBay's hands now. I contacted eBay. She never contacted eBay at all. And I was like, well, eBay can't do anything until you open a return anyway. So it's up to you if you want to return it or not. And then she's like, I'm not going to worry about it. And I was like, of course not, because you're a scammer and you're trying to get money out of me for nothing. So I managed to dodge that dog shit. It hit the wall behind me, but I managed to dodge it because she was trying to scam us out of $35, which isn't a lot of money, but I knew it was going to happen. I put signature on it because I knew that way they'd at least take a photo of her getting it, because that would be the first card she was going to play. So essentially, I've got her $35. She's got a camera that she thinks that she can't use, even though she just needs to get the attachment. And she's an interesting character. I might talk to Zach because he reckons he's had a very similar lady in.
Did she give you feedback?
I haven't seen feedback yet. I'm not too worried. I haven't seen a negative, but if it gets put up there, it'll get removed, I can tell you. Hey, Brad, I bet the camera lady lives in Queensland. Yes, she does. So I might get onto that and block that one, because that was a bit of dog shit. But I knew it was dog shit, and I knew she was going to throw it at us. So
if that is the same person that Zach's dealt with, expose them so everyone can block them.
Oh yeah, yes.
We want to rid the word of scammers. Is get rid of her. Fuck her off from everyone.
I might talk to him afterwards and find out what the name was, because
send him a private message now. I want to know.
If it is, we'll put it out on Instagram so people can block it. Because if it is someone that's done Zach and they've done us, then there might be someone in the community by the sounds of it. So, some fun and games there, but dog shit avoided at this point in time. Hopefully they don't come back for a second round. But
real piece of work.
I could smell it from a while ago. Smell it coming. When you've dealt with a couple of them, you can kind of pick the pattern. You can kind of tell by the way they talk and the way that they act. And if you can kind of sort of get ahead of them, a lot of time you actually avoid getting scammed, and you can kind of piss them off because they know that you're right.
You can smell the pending dog shit because they're dropping their guts. Free shit. They're busting. It's starting to leak out, and you can smell that scent. You just know it's coming, don't you? You know it's coming.
Waft of scammer. It stinks around. Yeah, lawyer's wife asking for a refund. Yeah, definitely. And in a unit in not such a good area of town, so I'm probably thinking that her husband wasn't a lawyer and she was just trying to play some games. But no,
she probably has a lawyer. Not her husband's a lawyer. She probably needs to use a lawyer a lot of times.
A parole lawyer. Yeah. Anyway, dog shit avoided, so that's good. So we're all pretty much, semi dog shit free. A little bit of dog shit around.
I just scraped mine off and got on with my day.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes you just got to take the hit and move on, because for how much time you waste on sort of dealing with that sort of stuff, sometimes it's not worth it. So
no.
Yeah, fun and games. We all get it. She's sleeping with them, maybe. But as soon as people start pulling that, you've got them on the back foot because they're just trying to scare you. They're trying to like confuse you into giving them a refund. So if anyone ever says that to you, don't get scared. Just know eBay's policy, and 9 times out of 10, you'll come out on the right end. So. Yeah. So that's dog shit for the week. We've had sales. I didn't see anyone. If anyone wants to drop any dog shit in the chat, we'll bring that up as well. 15 minutes to go, so I suppose we can get into what's the plan for the upcoming week for the YouTube channels and reselling in general, I suppose. So Flipper, what's coming up for you?
Not a whole lot. Once again, I'm just trying to get through that wholesale lot that I got. So I've been sort of tucking into that the last couple of days and getting that up on eBay. I'll continue to go through that. I might just film up a bit of a video throughout the week on what I'm getting up to in lockdown. So what I'm doing from home and preparing to go full time. So might be just a quick little video of what's going on in the old Flipper household. So something pretty basic this week.
Well, I think that's good though. Like people like to see that sort of stuff, especially like in your position where you're transitioning from sort of part-time to full-time. Like you're obviously doing a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't get to see. So I think that'll be a sweet video. Definitely get that together if you get a chance. Obviously you're always hard with the young fella around, but what about you, Robbie?
I've only got the second part to the vinyls, so how to know if they're a first press. Looks like I've got a fire in the room. How to know if they're, how to look up and to know if they're a first pressing or not. So it's a really, really good tip. Really, really good info on this one. The video does go for about 20 minutes, so you can, if you get bored, skip through it. Because I do some searching and all that and showing how it works, but you'll get the gist of it. Plus, you get the chance to win the cleaning kit that I've got going on. So if you haven't seen the first one, how to clean your vinyls, jump onto my channel and watch that one. This is the second part to it, and then I'm going to do a bit of a giveaway for everyone that watched and dropped the hashtag down below. But this one's really good, and I want to hear your feedback after you guys watch this next week as well. Once you use it for some of your ones, because especially you, Flipper, you might have some that you actually don't realize that are worth a little bit more money because eBay has a total different price to this. This is full on for vinyl nerds. I would never sell on there, but this is worldwide, and this is really, really interesting, and it really spun me out with some of the stuff that I had. I thought I had an original Kiss album, and from 1974, and it ended up being 1980 that it was released and all that. But this is, and you'll see it all. So it's really good. Plus, we got the footy. We got the footy live. Win some money.
I'm trying to bring up Look My Mum Hustling's channel while we're talking here as well. So forgive me if I look a bit confused. But yeah, that first one that you did was really interesting. Like we collect vinyl, but we don't really sort of don't really sell a lot of it. But it was definitely helpful to sort of find out how you clean your vinyl and how you deal with it. Yeah.
It wasn't the biggest viewing video, which surprised me because it's got some good info in there. And how spinny was that machine where you can put it in there and you just turn it and it cleans it?
The washer thing, yeah, that was a
weird. People don't realize that they will wipe over with a cloth or something like that, and you'll wreck the sticker in the middle, and that's one of the most important parts to your vinyl for a collector and for your vinyl.
How was that other guy with his bloody cleaning bit? Chucked it in the sink.
When I saw that on there, because I was looking up the after I saw the vinyl machine, I was like, oh, I want to fucking see someone using that. And then that popped up, how to wash your vinyl, and this guy's washing it in the sink. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? I was like, holy shit. But get back and watch that if you haven't seen it. But the second part's really good because you'll be very surprised on what some of your stuff is worth. And then it's up to you what you sell it for on eBay, because then you go against everyone else's comps. But this is a starter and it will help you. And it's really good because a lot of people, I'm not going to tell you what it is until you watch it, then you'll get the info of what the thing is. But a lot of people put a lot of information that you can copy and paste as well. So
yeah. I'm just going to share, because we're missing our boy Drew here tonight. I do
Yes.
want to share his channel while he's not with us, so we can give him a bit of plug as well. Our internet's been very slow. I'm presuming it's because we're streaming, but you can see that Look Mom, I'm Hustling have dropped the Depop series. So they did part 1, starting your store, and part 2, listing and sales, which is very helpful, especially for all those people looking at Depop right now. Like myself and Jazz are starting to get into it. I know I've seen 3 or 4 people jumping on it at the moment. So if you get a bit of time, watch yourself both these vids, and you'll definitely learn something. There's definitely some stuff in there for sort of every level of Depop seller. So go check out Look Mom, I'm Hustling, and they've got you covered for Depop. So thank you very much, Jazz, for highlighting that. It's good work. There's the link over their channel if you'd like it. And all these guys' links are in the description. So make sure you hit up the boys, give them some support, because they're dropping quality vids week in, week out. And as a creator, I know how much effort goes into the videos.
Oh,
so
yeah.
please head over to the boys, give them some support, and they put a lot more editing stuff into theirs as well. So I'm sure it takes a lot longer than some of our vids. So
I'm going to have a party too. I'm going to have a party with you boys, and whoever wants to come on when I get to 500, we'll get on the piss. And
Oh, fuck yeah.
we might not get to 800. We might not get to 8 hours like last time, but we might have a piss up, because I'm in lockdown and I need a virtual pub. So when I get to 500, we'll get on the piss and we'll do a little party to celebrate.
So if anyone hasn't subbed to Flipper yet, get over there so we can have a beer pretty soon, please. I'm sure Jazz will drop your link in there as well for us in a second. It takes a little while to come through.
It'll be a VB night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that, boys. Watch their Depop vids. Really good. Yeah, they were very good videos. Very good.
I've got to catch up on the second one. I haven't watched that yet, but it'll be handy for me. I've been playing around with Depop for a couple of months. Not seriously, but just cross-listing. But I've got to take it more serious now, especially when I transition to full-time. So, especially with a lot of the stuff that I want to buy and I want to sell, stuff that I do have to sell will go well on there. So
looks like got a bit of a drive-by here from the better half.
Lucky she wasn't. She obviously wasn't in when I was selling her Harry Potter book, so that's a bonus.
He's going to sell your Harry Potter books.
Here we go. Jazz has dropped your link in, so everyone head over. 63 people watching. So if all 63 of you head over there and sub to Flipper, he'll be pretty close to that 500, I reckon. So that'll be good. That'll be good work. We've got a bit coming up this week. So obviously we did that posted vid on Friday. We had a lot of people asking us how to actually integrate my post business with the eBay side. So I did a quick vid today, which I'm going to drop tomorrow morning on just how to set that up. It's only a 3-minute video. Just had quite a few people asking how to do that. So I thought that might be a good one to get out so people can link that up, because a lot of people are copying and pasting and the addresses into my post business. So I think if you get onto that, that'll save a bit of time for everyone. Not so bad when you're sort of doing a couple sales, but if you're busy on a weekend and you sort of cut and paste, and it takes you a long time. So hopefully that one's good. And then we did a bit of a thrift ride along on Friday, well, over the weekend. That'll drop on Friday. So that'll be some fun. First thrift out in a while, enjoying a bit of a hunt. So yeah. And then we got Frankie on Tuesday night joining us for the $5 thrift challenge update. So
thank you.
Chat. Yeah. He's going to come out and have a chin wag with us. So that'll be good.
I have to do another trip with Frankie now. Yeah,
you do. You put out that video and you got 60 thumbs up, which was good.
You hit it. I did.
Boys
He's touching you up too, Robbie.
Oh man, he keeps fucking. He knows I go to the fucking electronics first. When I go thrifting by myself, I kill it. And I still do great when I go with Frankie, but fucking I just can't. I can't go with him. I can't do it.
I reckon you're 2 rounds down at the moment, mate. You're on the road.
First one was, come on, the first one.
First one was a judge's decision, I reckon, but I reckon second one probably had you covered.
Second one, he shit on me. When he found that fucking VFL Fitzroy Lions beanie, I always look for beanies and scarves. But it's the last place I go. And for some reason, he was just walking by slowly to his books, and he just stopped and he was looking at his phone, and then he just turned down, and he moved a few things, and then he picked it up, and he went, "Find of the day." I was like, "Motherfucker! I was just about to go there."
Because so Frankie actually does go straight for the books, does he? That's his.
Not always. Sometimes he fucks with me. He fucks with
Yeah,
me.
I was going to say, I reckon he would mix it up just to fuck with you.
He always mixes it up, and I'm trying to get these remembrance in my brain. Different stores like Salvo's, Binny's, and Good Sammy's. He goes to a different section each store to start off with, and I'm only just when I was editing it, and afterwards I was thinking, "Fucking this little prick, fucking all right." Where am I going to go next door first? Well, what section should I go to and run before him? Because he last thrift he ran me off my feet.
I don't know. Frankie likes a good puzzle and a good book.
He does.
Yeah.
Now with those Ken,
it'd be hard.
Inside story with that fucking Ken, those 2 sealed Ken Duncan board puzzles that he got. They were next to my knees. They're like right here. He goes, there were 2 little thrift stores, 2 little independent ones, and he goes, which one do you want to go into first? And me as a cheeky fucker, I go, this one, zoom, and I zoomed in there. And then right as we got through and to try and beat him for the last 2, and I zoomed in there, and then right near the door, because it was the back door that we entered, and right near the door, they had all this stuff that they hadn't put out yet, but it hadn't been priced and all that. And there was all these Xbox games I could see in the corner of a box and an Xbox. And I was zooming in, and I stopped, and then just being a little smart ass, I turned around. So I was right where the bloody games were. And I turned around. I was like, "Oh, should we go through there? Go through this stuff?" And he just walked past me and goes, "Nah, man, it's not out yet, eh?" Walks right beside me, right past me, and goes, "Ha ha ha! Look what I found." And I was like, "Fuck it!" Why did I stop to look at stuff that wasn't even allowed to be put out yet? Anyway,
do you find yourself? So now you've been out a couple of times with Frank, and you both do look at different things. How much stuff that he's picked up would have you got if he wasn't there? And have you actually learnt a fair bit from the things that he is picking up that you wouldn't have got?
I've learned about the books. I definitely would have grabbed everything else he would have grabbed except for the books. I would have grabbed, of course, like I always go through, I know my DVDs and games and all that. But the shirts and jeans is stuff that I look at last. I always look at that stuff last because that shit bores me. It's still cool looking through it, but I always leave it till last. But I always go to the DVDs and electronics first, and then I'll look at all the board games and all that. But it's like he knew what I'm up. He knows my little game plan now. So majority
smart man.
Majority of the stuff is smart. The majority of the stuff I would have grabbed that he got, but he just knows what sections to go to first. And when you're thrifting with someone else, but what section? What section should I go to first when I go with him next time? He's not watching this right now anyway, so he doesn't know.
I'll be on DVD. Like,
hold on, what? Which one?
Well, just trying to get inside what Frank would be doing. So I'd probably be going like that DVD sort of hard goods section first, because I reckon that's where he'd be headed. Just because it's Frank. I probably wouldn't go there myself if it was just me, but because I'd be with him, I think that's where he's going.
Yeah, I'm the same. Straight for that stuff. And it's something you have knowledge in too, so you can just grab it. You don't have to look it up. Because obviously he knows books really well, because he seems to pick up shitloads of them. I know it's something you've said in the past, like you don't touch it, they don't sell, blah, blah, blah. But are you finding that you realise they actually do now? Have you changed your opinion on books where you look at them more now?
Not really. I'll still just look at the kids' books, and I know a lot about all the old school 80s stuff and all that, different ones like that. But still with the novels and all that, I still have no idea. My opinion's still the same. Like he's collecting books for series and all that and collecting them up. So there's a lot of room to waste. But at the same time, he knows exactly what he's looking for. And I have learned a lot about books going with him. But at the same time, I still got my same opinion on the books. If you don't know authors and all that type of stuff as well. So that'll be still the last thing I look at.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's definitely money in books, there's no doubt about it, but longer tail, I think, and you have to know what you're doing. So,
but if he's generous and gives me a 10-minute head start, because he's being cheeky, right? He's being cheeky. If he gives me a 10-minute head start, he's not watching this anyway. If he gives me that 10-minute head start, I'll film that whole 10 minutes so you guys can see exactly where I go and what decisions I make. But what I'm going to do in that 10 minutes, before I even look anything up, or if I'm not sure, I'm throwing every fucking thing in that basket. I'm getting a big fucking wheelie one. I'm just going to chuck it all in there. And once he comes in with the 10 minutes, and I sit on one of those couches and look up each thing and put them back on the shelf. Fuck him.
That's my plan. He's generous giving me any head start. I'd be straight in there. I wouldn't. The Thrifters found a $300 game in a $300 game in a $40 PS1 market. Buy today. That's awesome. Check out the video we got. That's cool. Very, very cool indeed. Everyone's saying go Frankie. Shazad's in as well. Good to be here. Thank you very much. I sold 5 books in 4 days. They sell slowly. Yeah, they do sell slowly. Yep, slowly sell. Elbows, old ladies. So we passed the hour. We had we had 60 drop in, so that was awesome. Good to see you, Chris. Thanks for being here. Robbie put together the shirts, so thank you very much, Robbie. They're nice fit. They fit well. They bit of a neoprene sort of feel, and they're doing all right. So thank you very much.
They're very nipply. My nipples come out. You can see my nipples.
I won't zoom in on that. So thanks everyone for joining us this week. Now we have changed up the schedule because we were supposed to be on Look Mom Hustlings this week. So I'm not really sure if we'll loop back there next week or we'll continue the rotation, but we'll try and let everyone know. But thanks to everyone for coming over. We weren't really sure that everyone was going to sort of find us tonight, but great turnout. And thanks to the boys for another good Sunday. And we hope you all have a good week. Stay safe, Victoria, and everyone else as well. And we will see you next week on Worldwide of Reselling. Thank you, boys.
Keep selling. Keep selling. You've got a sale.